Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to be doing an exam from start to finish, but I'm gonna chop up the videos based on problem type. That way, if you have any problem areas, you can just find the video on it and then try to do those problems with me. Let's start this video with nomenclature, or the IUPAC name for the compounds. And then this is only going to be on alkenes. And the rules are pretty much the same as they were for alkanes, like the last exam. However, there are a few different changes in priorities. Okay, so let's get started on this one. First, we're going to have to number let's zoom in a little bit. We're going to have to number our parent chain. Oopsie daisy, nope, no thank you. So let me get started. Perfect. Okay. So I can start from here. I can start from here. I cannot start from any of these spots because the rule for alkenes is priority is your alkenes. You want to have the parent chain pass through all alkenes on this chain here. And so if we start here or there or even somewhere where it would give us more carbons, it's not the ideal chain, right? Because we want to have both alkenes fully included from start to finish. So even if I start here and barely touch this one and come back around full circle, that is not the correct chain. So for this one, then technically, if you start from here or here, you will be going through both alkenes. However, you want to prioritize your alkenes on the lowest numbers. So if you start from here, 1, 2, your first alkene will be on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your second alkene would be on 6. 2 and 6 is better than 1, 2, 3, 4 as being the first number your alkenes start on. So we're going to start from the right. And so I'm going to label 1, 2, 3. Let's shrink this down a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then our second priority will be substituents. So we want them on the lowest numbers. And that's why if you start from here, your lowest possible number for substituent is 3. If you start from here, 1, 2, yes, it would be 2. But remember, alkenes are priority. So we do alkenes first, and then if we are able to, we prioritize substituents second. Okay, so let's just start by circling our substituents. And so I'm going to circle this one. There's this one, and then this big one here. Okay. And then what I also do at the very top is I write the parent name because it will be at the end of the entire compound name. But sometimes I mess that up just because it's almost like it's given already just looking at it. And so let's do deck because it's a decene, and then dash, and then the start of both alkenes. So 2, comma, 6, and then you do a dash. And because there's 2 alkenes, you do di, ene. Perfect. So now we know this is going to be our parent name when we're ready for it. And now let's just label our substituents. So I have methyl here, and I'm just going to underline the first letter or the letter that will allow us to alphabetically order it. We have ethyl here. We have a cyclo, and then I could just tell from looking at it, it's a butyl. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 carbons, butyl. For cyclos as substituents, the C is the name, the first letter we're going to take. Then we have this big boy chain right here, which is 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. So either direction you go, it'll be the same. So I'm just going to go in this direction to see it all the way through. And then because there's 3, it's going to be propyl, and it will have, so I'm going to write the spot that it's in. So 6 dash and then bracket 1 ethyl, 2 methyl propyl. Yes. Oh, yeah, propyl. Okay. and then leave that there. Okay, and so now that we have, oh wait, I almost forgot one more substituent. One more substituent right here. We're gonna do this guy is also a method. This one is actually gonna be this name right here for the entire chain. This one is the M, the C, the E, the M. So those are the letters we're going to use to prioritize in alphabetical order. So let's start with the cyclobutyl because it starts with a C. So that one's on carbon 7, cyclobutyl. And we're doing a dash to separate numbers from letters. There. And then our next one is going to be our ethyl. So 5 dash ethyl. Our next one will be methyl because N comes before P. So we're going to do 3, comma 9. And because there's 2, we're going to do dash dimethyl. Then we're going to do our final one, 6 dash bracket 1 dash ethyl dash 2 methyl propyl. Then we can just write dec dash 2 comma 6 diene. Okay, so that is the parent name I got. And if it looks different from yours for whatever reason, just let me know, and maybe we can compare answers and see where the difference lies. Okay, so let's do the next one. Okay, so this one, I always mess up here because the parent chain is going to be cyclo. And so I always forget to write my cyclo right before I write the rest of the parent chain name, right? So we're going to start, so we can start numbering this one from this side. Because even though, like, let's look at it actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We can start at 1, 4. Or we could start from here and it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we're looking at alkenes, the numbers will be the same. So now we move to our next priority, which would be substituents. If we start from this side, our first substituent is going to start on 4 as well. But if we start from this side, our first substituent is going to start from 2, 1, 2. So we like this side, we're going to prioritize this side because 1 is better than 4 for substituents. So let's start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So don't forget to write cyclo before you write oct, and then your dash, and then your alkenes are on 1 and 4. So 1, comma 4. And then because there's 2, we're going to do diene for our parent name. So we're going to keep that up there. And now let's highlight our substituents. This one, and this one. And then this one is a methyl. This one is an ethyl. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, a butyl. But let's write the full name out. 8, 1, comma 3, dimethyl butyl. And again, for these long substituents, this will be our letter for the entire parent chain. That's going to be the letter we're looking at when we're writing it down alphabetically. Okay, so let's start. So alphabetically, B comes before E or M, so we're going to start with this one. We're going to have it on 8 dash bracket. And we're just going to write down what we wrote for it. Dimethyl butyl. Right? And then we're going to do, next will be our ethyl. And then next and lastly will be our methyl. And then actually you don't need to separate this. You could just finish it off with the parent name. Cyclo oct dash 1, comma 4 dash diene, right? Because it would be an octene, but we separate the front and the end of the name. We put our starting numbers for both alkenes, and then the prefix di for two of the alkenes. So this is the name I got. If it looks different from yours, we can talk about it, because mine could also be wrong, right? So this is what I got for both of these problems, and that's about it.